Dan,
Yeah.
come here. What do you think about she sheds?
I think everybody should have one.
Why? Why?
Hey everyone, happy Friday morning. It's Dan and Nicole, your favorite realtors, coming to you this week, kind of talking about a fun new topic, which is she sheds. What are they? Are they necessary? Do they even exist? So that's kind of the question we were thinking about talking about today, and so if we think about, let's just define a she shed. What is a she shed, right? From what we know and what we've seen about she sheds, really that's just a place for traditionally the woman in the relationship or the woman in the house to be able to keep a lot of her stuff that's hobby focused, or something that she likes to do that's more extracurricular, and have a dedicated space for it. So
That's a good definition.
yeah, I think so. I think we've, you can look at it in a lot of different ways. I mean, guys have the garage, right? Guys have maybe private portions of the basement. I have an office, which is awesome to work out of. I'm super lucky to be able to do that in the house.
I have an office too.
She has an office too. So we debated about this because we're thinking, I've got a bunch of stuff in the garage that I like to keep separate.
But hold on. I'm going to cut you off real quick and just ask you. So are she sheds necessary? What's your opinion? Yes or no? And what's my opinion? Yes or no?
They are absolutely necessary.
Dan is for the she sheds. Okay, so tell us why now.
Okay, so here's my argument. Here's the reason why. She sheds they're just a great place to separate your stuff, to separate Nicole's stuff from my stuff. And
So you have the basement, you have the garage, and you think the she shed is a great place to put all the things that don't belong in the garage. But honestly, what do we have that doesn't belong in the garage that would be she shed worthy?
Okay, so I agree. Maybe it's not necessarily just our situation, right? So we have some things that could go in the she shed, like some of the planting stuff for the flowers and the vegetables and the tomato plants that we put up, and the flower pots and the pretty things that come out on the deck in the spring and the summer. But I mean, for other folks, she sheds could hold all kinds of things. I mean, they could be, maybe if you've got a side business, or maybe if you do craft shows, or heck, maybe some women are into, we're designating it as she sheds because so it is kind of female oriented, but maybe women are into cars, or maybe they're into riding dirt bikes and you want to have your own space. Call it what you want, but it's really kind of a place for stuff that doesn't belong in the guy's side of the house and the garage and the different parts.
So you don't want my stuff touching your stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's like you kind of have to separate the peas from, the potatoes, and maybe that's just me.
He's one of those.
Maybe it's a weird insight into my eating behaviors. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think she sheds are necessary. I think they're a great thing.
Candid video time. So, thanks guys. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna say. I think that she sheds are a waste of time, energy, and money, and for a lot of reasons, because you like the garage, you like being in the basement, you like being outside. You made fun of me the other day because I told you to go mow the lawn, right? But because I was telling you what to do and you told me to go do the dishes. But you know, and I know, that you actually enjoy mowing the lawn. So, my opinion is if you can just take a quick, video shot around this room. This is my she shed, this office, and our bedroom. This is my place. This is where I like to be. My dogs are in here even though they're annoying us right now while we're filming, but that's normal because that's life. But, I feel like the house and my office and these things are my she shed. This is where I put my stuff. I really don't have any outdoor hobbies that would warrant a she shed. All right. Well,
truthfully, in defense of my argument, I would say, I like to go hang out in the garage, or like to, we've been figuring out how to do food on the smoker, right? So I don't mind going outside and hanging out for a little bit. And
those ribs were awesome, by the way.
It actually did turn out really good. So, but we really wanted to, it's just a space, it's a space, and it's a way to get away from maybe everything else that's going on. And that's the point of the she shed. That's the point of the guy's garage or the guy's basement or the kind of the space you go mess around with your hobbies and kind of separate from the craziness of life.
And I guess from your point of view, it doesn't only have to be like a man-woman, like a gender thing. You're more or less talking about giving me or allowing your spouse to have a separate space from what your space is. And right now, according to you, your space is the garage or the basement. And you're saying that this she shed would be my space, is what you're saying. So here's why I think I hear you. I actually think it's kind of flattering, and I love you because he always wants to give me my space. I get that, but I don't think that they're necessary, and that's because I have the rest of the house. I mean, when we bought this house, we decided together that your space that you could do anything you wanted with was the garage, and I was in charge of how I wanted the rest of the house to be. I could nest in the rest of the house. So I don't really see the point of spending the extra money or having a space outside of the house when I already have the house. I have my office, I decorated our bedroom, I have all these different spaces that I can go to in the house that I've already nested in and made my own. Plus, a she shed's just one more place for me to clean. And I'm not saying you don't help clean this house, because I'd say we do things pretty equally around here, but I don't want to go out there and clean a she shed.
Yeah, I mean, basically what I'm saying is that, if it's a she shed or it's a guy's man cave or whatever it is, that it really is just kind of your dedicated space to kind of keep things. And so I'm totally in favor of it, because there's things that I want separated from everybody else's stuff, and I don't want them, playing with my things that I want in the garage and kind of organized in my way, and vice versa. Maybe I've even seen she sheds that aren't so super feminine. If they, some women are into dirt bikes or motorcycles, or maybe something else that they want to keep separate from the rest of the family, and that's totally fine.
So are you kind of associating keeping things separate and stuff like that, like, back in the day when they used to send women down to the river for a week? Like, are you kind of, you are, aren't you?
You said that. You said that.
I was bringing up something from the past, so I'm curious if that's kind of how you're looking at it, as like a place like, hey, just go to your she shed, go hang out in your she shed.
No,
I got this.
Wouldn't ever put it that way.
If, let's say, we deemed it necessary and we needed to have a she shed for my space, would you A, build it for me in a reasonable amount of time, or would you B, invest into buying one or a kit and having it built in the backyard? Do you think it's worth that value or that amount of cost?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
We might be doing a she shed soon then.
Okay, here's my counter argument. How many times have you walked through a house and there is a legitimately well-built, very attractive she shed or something like that in the backyard? It's kind of a selling point, right?
Never really. I mean, I guess that would be a commodity. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just trying to say it's a little bit of the extra flair that might come with the house. I mean, we've seen homes that have, amazing kids play houses out back that are custom built.
True. Tree houses.
The tree houses. Kind of the fun. It's kind of the bonus of.
You know what? I had a client who, she didn't have an outside she shed, but she had a lady layer. How about that one? She had a lady layer. Her husband took the third floor attic space and finished it for her and made it like, it was like a lock and key, like old book. She loved historical books, so it was like historical book themed lady layer.
There you go.
So that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I guess it's a personal preference and logistics of how you would want to do it and everything, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I
curious.
wonder what you think.
Yeah, we'd like to hear what you guys think. Do you guys have a she shed? If you do, post some pictures.
Oh yeah,
we'd love
definitely.
to see them.
Or a lady layer.
Yeah, or a lady.
If you have a lady layer. And men, I want to see your space. I want to see the garage space. I want to see, your motorcycle space, your lawnmower space, your basement space. So post a picture of your space and tell us why it's important to have your own space. And you didn't say it, so I'm going to say it. Happy Friday, everybody. You guys have a good weekend.
See you guys.